Okay, here we go. So for this first lesson, it was what is networking? Begin learning the fundamentals of computer networking in this bite-sized and interactive module. Overall, it was pretty good. Um, I learned a decent chunk. Some stuff I already knew, and some stuff I built off of what I knew. So pretty simple. Network are just simply things connected. For example, here it's a friendship circle. You're connected because of similar interests, hobbies, skills, and what have you. And networks are just found everywhere. It could be in transport systems, infrastructures, meetings, and postal systems. Computer network is just the exact same thing, just spread out through many devices like your printers, your phones, your computers, and whatever. So, how does this apply to the internet? Well, the internet is just a bunch of networks combined, basically. So, you have all your devices connected to each network, and each network is combined to the internet. The example here shown, like earlier, was Alice is in a network with Bob and Jim, but then she sort of becomes the network because she's the only one that can translate between Zion and Toby. So it's kind of cool to learn about that. I got to learn about the ARPANET, which is a project in the late 1960s. It was funded by the United States Defense Department and was the first documented network in action. But it wasn't until 1989 when the internet was invented by Tim Berners-Lee by the creation of the World Wide Web, which we all use for our domains. And that was really cool, learning about private networks too and public networks. And identifying, devices on a network. So this is when we got to learn about IP addresses, which was really cool, and MAC addresses, which is sort of confusing at the moment, but learning more into it, it's kind of making sense. Seems like it's really used for more local area networks rather than the internet, where IP addresses, which IPv4s are. I don't really understand IPv6s yet, which is I know it's to like expand what IPs we have, because I know it's like 4.29 billion for IPv4s that we have for IPs, but IPv6s provide like 340 trillion, which is insane. These are octets, which let me look at my notes real quick. Don't really know if I have anything about octets especially, but it was so just cool learning about IPs, I guess. The challenges I kind of had was really, like I said before, MAC addresses. I mean, besides that, it was pretty good. So yeah, for MAC addresses, it shows the vendor who built the network interface for the first six. I've been calling these octets. I don't know if they are. It says it's a 12-character hexadecimal number, but I've just been calling them octets as well. And then this is your unique one as well, the last three. Obviously, to be known, MAC addresses can be faked as well as IP addresses. I mean, biggest case is VPNs. They call it spoofing, which occurs when a network device pretends to be an identity of another device using its MAC address. It can often break poor security designs and assume that devices are talking on a network that is trustworthy. So if a firewall is configured to allow any communication going to and from the MAC address of the admin, a spoof of the MAC address would make the firewall that is receiving information from the admin when it really wasn't. So like public networks such as cafes, cafes, hotels, etc., often use MAC address control when using like guest Wi-Fi, and that configuration could offer better services, including a faster connection for a price if you're willing to pay the fee. Let's see what else there is. Ping, ICMP. So this is cool. We kind of got to do this. Oh wait, I didn't really show this, but yeah, this is the network, I guess. So, or the MAC address for the spoofing. So if this is Alice's MAC address and I put in hers and request a site, so like right now it won't let me, it'll block me, throw it in the trash. But if I request it, then it'll let me through. Just showing how kind of unsecured it is if you have like a free hotel Wi-Fi network. All right, back to IPs. Sorry about that. So Let's go here. So ping is used in everything. I especially know it from like video games and stuff, because if you have a high ping, you're gonna kind of be bad at gaming because you're gonna lag and stuff. So it's a big fundamental tools from what I learned. Kinda, it uses Internet Control Message Protocol (ICMP) right there packets to determine the performance of the connection between devices and make sure it's reliable. The time taken for ICMP packets is travel is measured by ping. The measuring is done using ICMP's echo packet and then the ICMP's echo reply from a target device. Pings can be performed against the network, such as home network or resources like websites. So basically, right here, I believe it's showing you the response time of a network. It was really cool using this because I realized I can use it not just, I'll do the example here, but so 8.8.8.8. Okay, so my OBS stopped working. I was trying to apply a real world scenario where I use my command prompt to ping tryhackme.com to show that it is the same thing, but for some reason, every time I do that, my OBS stops working. So I'm just not going to include it. But I was trying to say it was really cool trying to apply stuff from TryHackMe into real world stuff, and this is a pretty easy lesson. But yeah, that was it.